Hi group, Bill Greenberg from PhoneScholar.com. Today is Wednesday, May 26th, hump day, and here's a couple things going on. First of all, I just wanted to add on something to a story I talked about yesterday with the early termination fees changing on AT&T. I may have suggested that it's only for purchases after June 1st that the new early termination fees will take effect. If you renew your contract and get a new phone, that will also be in effect also. So I just want to make sure that there was no questions on that. I had a couple of questions sent to me regarding one comment, one question about the iPhone for Verizon Wireless. One person commented that they don't think it'll ever happen, and another one wanted more information on it. Unfortunately, Apple is and Verizon is also very secretive about their stuff. I did talk to a gentleman who does testing for Verizon I used to work with. And I tried to get some information out of him, and unfortunately he just won't say a thing. But I will honestly tell you that if Google keeps going the way with the Android and keeps getting the apps like they're doing, and more, in fact one of the stories in here shows an iPhone app that now will work with Android, if that keeps happening where there's more and more of a crossover, you may never need the iPhone on the Verizon. Plus the fact that those two companies, just to let you know, anybody can make a phone for Verizon, but you have to go by their standards. And I don't know, most of you should know that Apple actually, and Steve Jobs actually approached Verizon first a few years ago to try to get the iPhone with Verizon. And both of them have so many things in their systems that they would have to allow the other company to know or make compatible. And I know I'm butchering this for those of you who really know all the technical stuff on it, but basically to make a phone for Verizon, you have to know some of their systems and vice versa, and neither one of them wanted to give up that information. So again, is it going to happen? It's a definite possibility, but by the time everything rolls out, who knows if it's going to be needed. So here's some of the stories that are on the website today. Real quick, Nexus 1, Google realized that they can't sell this thing on their own anymore, so they're going to start letting it out. It's on T-Mobile.com. Looks like it's going to be on AT&T. Of course, it's not going to be on the CDMA side. Both Verizon and Sprint have said no thank you. But if you did want to get a Nexus 1, now they're going to be available not only through Google but through T-Mobile. $300 minus a rebate, after rebate. So it's still a great phone, so go check it out. AT&T, due to a number of class action lawsuits, are now going to allow customers to unlock their phones. Starting in July, and after 60 days, they're going to actually give the customers an unlock code to be able to unlock their phones easily, not the iPhone. Strictly all the AT&T phones, but not the iPhone, because it is under exclusivity, and they were able to get that out of the deal, so you can get an unlock code. Now, you have to remember, if you do choose to unlock the phone and go to somewhere else, and right now in America, really the only other place you can go is T-Mobile or one of the prepaid companies, Metro, PCS, and Leap, I believe, are both on the GSM system, so you can take it over to them. But you could not do it to Verizon or Sprint, as their system is absolutely completely different. It would be the same concept as taking your car and trying to put diesel gas in it without putting a diesel engine in. It's just two completely different engines running those. So you could take from AT&T to T-Mobile easily, but that's about it. But if you are in contract and you do want to switch, you still will pay that early termination fee. So you have to watch out for that. Next, the Kindle, the CEO for Amazon has announced that there will not be a color Kindle screen anytime in the near future. Basically, he's saying that the e-ink that they use right now is much easier to read and better. It doesn't drain the battery as much, so they don't have to put it in as big a battery. And there's also no sun glare, which has been a problem of complaints. There's been some complaints with the iPad as to glare and stuff like that. They said they could easily do it, but here's my take on this. When you read a book, it's in black and white anyway, so what's the difference? You know, maybe they could change the outside color of the thing, maybe just not white, but you can get skins for those in all different colors now, so you might as well just go that way. And then lastly, a couple of videos about the application Bump, which has been on the iPhone for a while, and you'll see in the video that if you want to get somebody else's information, contact information, all you have to do is take the two phones and bump them together like that, and it'll automatically, you'll see in the video, it'll automatically download the information. Now, the one video, well, excuse me, that was just for an iPhone app. They now are allowing it to work with Android phones too. So if you have an iPhone and your friend has an HTC Touch or whatever it is, one of the Google Android phones, if you bump those, now those will cross over and do that. Although the demo they did at the show doesn't work with the Nexus 1, but I'm sure they do work, and you can check that out. Under categories, are you a movie buff? There's a new iPhone app called the Ultimate Movie Buff, which is 99 cents. And it's a full movie trivia. They have over 5,000 categories and questions on there. So if you are a huge movie buff, check that out. Check out also www.phonescholar.com for all your other stuff. And I will talk to you tomorrow.